Michael was on the you know, that show, Morning Hustle. It was going good for you, did well for you for 3 years, and you know, you had the Mexican standoff, as you would say. You said, you know, something wasn't working, and you weren't feeling something. I like something that you said, and we'll talk about why you left too, but it's part of it. You know, your mental health. You know, if something can go a certain way constantly, like, this, it eats at us. You know, people don't realize, even though we can sit there and talk, that's why when I see celebrities like, I don't give a fuck about nobody hate me, bullshit. We're human beings. We're human beings, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. You might be know how to compartmentalize it to some little point, but it pops out at night. You know what I'm saying? Who don't like praise and love opposed to fucking and you know, whatever, you get what I'm saying. So I could see that on that show, you know, you just felt it was time to go because that's one of the reasons, and you saw it not going in the way you wanted it to go.
Yeah, I mean, everything was a fight. Everything was a fight. Everything was a negotiation. You know, you got people doing sucker shit behind the scenes, you know, trying to sabotage things. And I'm smart enough to when people grease in the steps. Right. You know what I mean? And you ain't gonna catch me slipping. I know that's right. If anything, I'm gonna just knock the old chessboard over and walk away if I see you ain't playing the game fair. Wow. And yeah, and when you know what you're up against and you're fighting a good fight and you know your intent and your purpose for what you're doing and you feel like people are working against you, or is making something as simple as like enriching and enlightening the people difficult because they want to do whatever bullshit they feel like needs to be happening right now. It's like, hey man, fuck you and your methodology, because I got as far as I did by doing things my way and bringing creative things to the table. I've been a part of so many like winning situations that I know I'm a common denominator in success. When you got people who are the common denominators in a lot of failures, what are you gonna tell me about winning? Right. Because I believe in my ideas. And if you don't believe in my ideas, I can't help the fact that you are maybe too limited to understand what I'm kicking to you. You know what I mean? So I had to move around, man. It took me 11 ayahuasca ceremonies to figure it out. But you know what's funny? I'm like that too. I'm going to fail on my way, not your way. Because it would crush me if I have to do your way and we fail. Especially if you know it's wrong. Right, when I know it ain't right. Exactly, when I know. Were you afraid to leave? Yeah, I was afraid to leave because at the end of the day, like, I walked away from a lot of money. Right. However, money is a tool. And it's not what makes everybody, right? Sure. God's always gonna provide. I made smart investments. I have side hustles, other things I do. I'm still on TV. So, you know, and God, you know, Lord willing, that continues. So I was afraid of that component, but then I realized I didn't need everything I wanted as long as I made sure I had what I needed. And I had what I needed. And I got to do things I was never able to do in 20-something years of being on the radio, like take my kids to school in the morning. I finally got to go on a cruise. Like they would do a cruise every year and I never got to go. Like the company.
You couldn't get on.
Yeah, I could never go. So I'm like, well, now I get to go on my own cruise and I get to leave and come back when I want. And I get to like see that my kids really are the assholes my wife said they were in the morning.
I love it. I love it.
These dudes are terrible.
Right. But you know, it's funny. I'm glad you said that because I'm from Washington, D.C., and that's a government town. You get you a good government job. Don't you do no show business. You get you a good government job. I'm like, what? I wasn't built for that. And I left. And I just remember, you know, I've had ups and downs in my career. Times, I tell this funny story. I don't know, that's my friends I tell it. I never told it on stage. But I remember one time, I'm famous now, you know. I had to, I put a check in for like $500, did a little gig for $500, and I thought I had like $1,500 in my account. And the lady handed me my receipt, what do you call it, deposit slip? She was like $236. I was like, I gave you $500. I thought she thought I gave her $236. Like, no, nigga, you overdraft. Like, oh, shit. I thought I had some money in my account, you know what I'm saying? And I had to get my hustle on real quick. And how you say God works in mysterious ways. I had shows, but I got on the phone and started calling any and everybody. You know, I'll come by with this, come by with this. I remember getting on the mega bus, famous, with a hoodie on and shit in the back, like them, the camera and shit. riding like 5-6 hours to a gig, man. You know, because it was easier to do that than let's go up to New York, you know, instead of paying all them tolls and all that. But I remember, you know, and it just always works out for me. Something always just works out for me.
You must have good intent in what you do.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, some people are in God's blind spot.
Oh, that's right.
Some people aren't. And like when you're intent on what you do and you always look out and never like switch up, you're going to be all right.
There you go.
Keep it consistent. So when you was on the bus, did anybody recognize you?
the dude, take the ticket. Like, oh, we got the comedian. Nigga, shut it up. Get on the damn bus and go back. We get in the back of the bus, man. On top of the house on Ballard. Woo! I rode in the front of the bus the first time, because they don't know you can work on the top. You go on top, you go in the front. But your no knees like this in the front.
Yo, I feel like they got them buses from China or Tokyo.
Or whatever, some Opa Lopa land or something.
Yeah, it's like
tight.
They make people this little.
Yeah. No, it's tight. But yeah, that mental health. Did you how long did it take you to overcome it? You said 11 ayahuascas and stuff like that.
I mean, like I did like 11 ayahuasca ceremonies just to try to like get the rationale to stay. And every time ayahuasca is like, leave.
Right.
You're serving a master that no longer serves you. And when I look at everything I've done in radio, I had a #1 night show.
Yeah.
I was a part of a #1 syndicated morning show with Ricky Smiley. The Morning Hustle was syndicated. We were #1 in certain markets. So once you're #1 in the mornings, what else is there to do except not be #1 and like the mafia get killed off one day?
Sure.
So what if you could really get on the train like Carlito wanted to do at the end of Carlito's Way and dip out? I was nice to Benny Blanco, but also Benny Blanco was an asshole, so I dodged him.
Right.
I just made that up.
Yeah, I like that. If you like that clip, hit the subscribe button or the notification bell. In fact, why don't you hit both of them?